Good evening, solar YouTubers. Today is Monday, March 30th of 26, and there is the star of the show. Oh, Saturn. She's wet right there. I don't know why she's wet. She's still wet. I think she's, I don't know. So it was a decent charging day. Both of my Bank One, I'll call it Bank One, got charged up today. 100 down there, 99 up there, and then this I produced 600 watts from that 200 watt solar panel. Clouds are just in and out today, so on the VVOR. Let's see. Oh, I need to exit that. I was playing with some settings. Let's see where we at. Still got 70 volts coming in. 77. Quits at 60, so that's not too bad. It's just not charging anything. 28 watts. I don't have anything coming in. I'm at 26.6. And then I'm at 84 on the load because I got my little fan plugged in to blow some air on me. That's about it. Both coolers are doing good. So bought me a gallon of milk. I normally don't drink milk, but I want to test a gallon. So I can get 2 gallons to fit in here. And I just got lunch meat, just these are like 99 cents, single-use ham, cheese, bologna, bread, and that's about it. And then the freezer part, still got my sausage. When I get these hamburger patties done, then I'm gonna be done with the my ice packs are still solid frozen down there. So far those are doing pretty good. I got the tea figured out, so I can keep 2 gallons of tea in there because I don't keep a whole lot of meat because I can just always go to the store and shop. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get used to doing that. So the battery's not charging, so the sun's about done. I'm about done with that down there, I think. The issue with the VVOR and these batteries is I just don't have enough solar coming in. The same issue I had last year. Same I had in the fall, over the winter time. I just don't. 400 watts ain't enough to come in to do any of this. And I was looking at 2,000 watts, getting about 400 or 500 watt panels to put up on that roof, but that got shot in the butt pretty good. Now, what I was thinking, I could probably do this. What I was thinking, it's only drive one of my vehicles a day, okay? So when I do my in-town stuff, I drive the Jeep. When I do my out-of-town, leave Terre Haute, go out-of-town, I drive the truck. It's leather seats, AC if I need it. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting 1,000 watts out there, two 500 watt panels, and sticking them out there in the yard. And then how I have you see my padlock down there, so I have it going up over the brackets on those and wrapping around there, so nobody's going to grab it and run away with it. And you're not going to sit there and try to undo the bracket from the panel without me hearing you. This ain't going to happen. So I'm thinking this, sticking the 2 500 panels out there, and so if I'm taking the Jeep in the morning, if I'm taking the Jeep, I got the truck set, I'm normally don't park it. I'm normally park it like that, both on that angle. So what I'm thinking is when I take the Jeep, I can put the 2 500 watt panels out here when he's not cutting grass, and chain it and wrap it around my axle, or wrap around I can find something to wrap it around. And have us sit out there and get the brackets like I have on that, or build me a brackets out of wood or something, and and do it like that. And I have to carry them up in and out every day. Or 300 watts. You know, I got 400 coming in. It's just not enough. Today it reached like 379 watts. But after the load's only 40, and it was pumping 177, I have about 126 watt loss. Because, you know, I got the inverter. You know, you got about 50 or so there on that inverter. Then you have the charge controller. Yeah, the sun's coming out, nice and bright. I just moved those panels, and that should be pretty good for the rest of the night until the sun actually goes down. So, yeah, on that note, he said I can use that slot right there. They're not going to do anything down there for a long time, but they're remodeling. I don't want something to fall off and on the panels, so that's why I got to leave them there. The sun's out. The sun's back in again. So on days like this, it's going to happen. There she is. There's the star, pretty kitty. And I'm about ready to be done with my air fryer because that's 1100 watts. So I'm about ready to, when I get my hamburger and stuff all done, then I'm going to probably quit using the air fryer so I can get used to using the skillet to cook my breakfast in. And then for supper, I just eat lunch meat for supper. Stuff like that. That's about it, guys. I don't have a whole lot going on. Did a pretty good charging day. Pretty good charging today. So I will. It's supposed to rain in the next couple days in a row. So if I get up and head out, and if it's raining or something, I'm gonna set my panels out. So I do have the VEVOR plugged into the wall, and so it's on the solar. It's on, if you grab the manual here and go to page, here on the 3, page 14. On 3, not 3, you want on 1, on page 13, I have it here, solar, battery, and UPS, and utility. So it's first that, then first solar. There's no solar, it's going to run off the battery, and when the battery gets low, then the utility will switch in and will run the load and also charge up the battery. I can do this with the generator mode over here on 3, but I did it last night, and I had the generator run for about an hour, and I got up to 27.2. It's not fully charged, but I was ready to go to bed, and so I didn't want to run the generator anymore, so I unplugged it and stuck it into the wall. All right, I'm back here on the app, and this has been doing this lately, and I don't know why we're having gaps in the information. I don't know why it just started doing it. I couldn't tell you why. But at one time I was producing 359 watts out of 400 watts. The load was 40/30, and the battery's been charged at 150. So you see the battery's been charged all day long. The load pretty much stayed, around 40-ish all day. But battery being charged, it was just, it was hit and miss all day because it's clouds all day. I don't know why it just started doing this. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, last night, was that last night? That was at 7:20. That was this morning. What was that? 140. Oh, I was on my computer. Okay, so yeah, I was on my computer and I left about almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, my fault. You guys didn't see it. I was wondering what I was doing. Yeah, I was on my computer last night. And this here all night was literally my fan running and what little computer I was using. Computer was in sleep mode, so still, I don't know, it didn't use hardly anything. But I used my computer this morning. I've been turning off both monitors, both of these monitors. I really don't need them. So that's where we're at. And in this configuration, it does not take into consideration the DC power that I'm using from these coolers. Right now this cooler is on. You can feel it, or that one. Yeah, I think this one's on. Yeah, I think this one's on. Kind of feel it. So the draw from DC is straight from the battery, so you ain't gonna see that any kind of information on the VEVOR, because there's no way to do this. Now I could probably get some kind of a monitor, a shunt or something, and wrap around that and do something like that. I don't know how I would do that though. I don't know how I'm gonna measure the DC usage. I gotta look at that up. But the total battery voltage is, the VEVOR is correct on that. But everything else is the DC draw that I have. And these draw about 30 watts when they're on. They come on and go off. It's probably about every 20-minute cycle, I want to say. So it's like a refrigerator. But these two together, still half the wattage that was using. So looks pretty new, don't it? Yeah, I busted my butt yesterday. Cleaned the stove, cleaned the refrigerator on the outside. Went in there and cleaned up the shower and the sink. I didn't realize how nasty they were. And I'm here by myself. Nobody comes over. I haven't had anybody in my apartment for about 2-3 years. Maybe a little bit longer than that. My kids used to come over every Sunday and make them something to eat for lunch, and we used to watch TV. But they graduated high school and they went off and got jobs and stuff, so they don't come over here no more. Hey, that's fine. They're 24 and 21. Yeah, 24 and 21. My oldest has turned 24, and my youngest turned 22. It'd be in August. So, yeah, they don't come over. That's fine. I don't care. But I let my house go because of I just don't care. And so, yeah, I got to get that mess picked up. I'm thinking about going down and getting me a storage unit, like a 5x10 or 10x10 or 5x5 or something, and take all my stuff. And put it in a storage. I got a lot of Jeep parts downstairs and underneath the stairs. See, what I could do is, and this is another thing I could do, is I have storage. If we walk down here, underneath these stairs, I actually have storage. That's my old tailgate from the Jeep. Hood. Right inside here I actually have storage, and it's all this big, so I can get out here, get this all cleaned up, and that door is broken, fix the door, whatever. And what I can do is put my solar panels on a wooden bracket with wheels, so when I fold it up at night, it would just wheel in here, and I can wheel it in there and have padlock here, the padlock over there with the iron bar going across, or something to that extent. Put a floodlight somewhere up in there, and then I can, put my hood back over it, whatever. I could do that. That is definitely a possibility of where I can just, instead of trying to take them up and down the stairs every night, I can just haul them out there, and if I can put them on wheels, I can wheel it out there and just tie it off to my bumper somehow, tie it off to my Jeep, and in broad daylight. And there's a camera sitting right up there on the building. I used to have a camera, but Ring pissed me off, so I might go back to Ring, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I might stick in a couple panels right out there, because you got full sun all day long. And if I stick it out there and it's out of the way, nobody does anything. And so just sitting down here behind my vehicle, so nobody's really going to see them. When you're driving down here in Lafayette, you ain't watching around you. So I think I'm going to look into that ideal. Probably go on YouTube tonight and look at these wooden brackets I can have as in wood, and have my angle piece there be notched or whatever. Yeah, stick it out there. I have sun all day long. You can tell there's no shadow right in this area. And I just leave that first spot for whoever's gonna move into this middle apartment. I could take it over, but I don't want to. But yeah, I could put something out here, and there's no, I'm walking out here and there's no overhead wires and that, you know, that is there, but the sun ain't gonna bother that. There we go. That, or stick my panels up there on that roof flat. Talk about flat. And, you know, lay them flat with no angle, but then I don't think you're going to have very good production. So that's that. That's about it, guys. I don't have a whole lot to go. This is just a everything deal. That's about it. So what I'm going to do tonight, do in the morning, so the next sunny day I have like this, and today was partly cloudy and all this, so what I'm wanting to do is, I did some research, and it says that when you use your coolers, put them in DC mode, because they're, you know, I'm using off the battery, they're more efficient this way. What I'm thinking about doing, oh yeah, I got a new toy. Well, it's not actually a toy. It's actually, oh, I didn't put them in there. Put them in that one here. Sorry, girl, I'm taking over your spot. I picked up these today. These are the cords that plug into your cigarette lighter. That is cords for your thing cooler. And I found they were orange, so I thought that was freaking cool. I got two of them, both for both of them. Probably won't use them because I forgot. So I forgot I put my cords up in there. So when I was going through my box, I found one of these cigarette lighter plugs. Couldn't find the other one. Oh, I'm charging. See that? Ooh, I'm charging a little bit. So that means that my system is, I'm not using any battery. That's good. Oh well, so got my case. I found the cigarette lighter plug, and I knew I got one for this. I knew I bought one with this, one of the AC brick. I'm like, where is it at? I can't find it. I couldn't find the other one. So I'm like, well, maybe I didn't get the cigarette lighter plug. So I went on Amazon, and then I ordered those two because they're orange. And Nomad Brad, you guys watch him on YouTube, awesome channel. He's been living out of his vehicles now for, like, I want to say 5-7 years or something like that. And he builds his things, and his favorite color is orange. And when I just look at his vehicles, I'm like, damn, dude, that's one day I'd be orange. Well, his build, he has his build now, but one right before it, it said solar orange and stuff on the side of it. But his system, his solar system he had, I have never seen anything like it. It was awesome. The pieces that he used is common, you know, sun gold and all that. But his wires were orange and blue, like you do for computer cables. And so I'm like, it was just a beautiful build. That's where I got hooked on. Really started trying to think about moving into the Jeep. I'm in the truck. So, but for now, tomorrow, I think I'm going to probably start tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to start today. When I get done this video, I'm going to plug all this into AC. And let's go from there and see what AC does and how I control it and how much does it actually use. Because my batteries do drop. But if I'm on AC, then I can actually see the wattage that I'm using. Well, guys, you guys have a good night, and I will. And she is saying good night. Huh? Want kissies? Hey, kissies. Say good night. Good night.